All right, cool. Well, does anyone have any questions about this unit?
I feel like that was a very open-ended question, and we could take at least an hour going over that alone.
Well, if there's anything you guys need to work on, that's kind of what we're here for. So
I'm just depressed because I looked into week 10 to see if we like switch units or anything, and it's still trigonometry, and I was really sad about that.
Dang it.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
I mean, it had to come eventually, so.
yeah. Well, isn't like the rest of the class trigonometry? Like,
Oh, don't say that, please.
Like, I
Please,
could
no.
have sworn like the rest of it was just deeper into trigonometry. I could be wrong, but I was gonna look.
I will die. I will die.
Let's see. So we've got week 10 trig identities, week 11 trig identities in exam 4, and then it goes into systems of equations, which sucks, and then matrix and series and sequences, and that sucks as well.
Yeah, we got a lot in store for us, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. But hey, at least we're like past halfway and everything. But anyways, so is there any of these extension problems you want to go over, or do you want to go straight to the quiz?
So I was working through them. So the first one, so on problem number 1, I was able to do the first triangle fine, but the second and the third ones, I didn't know how to do. Well, I found the answers, but the answers are wrong. Because the second one, it says that there's no triangle, and then the third one, there's 2 triangles, and I don't know how to do those. I don't know how to determine when there's no triangle and 2 triangles, and how to solve for that.
Well, so one thing that I figured out, I can't remember if I did this on a chat or if it was on my own, but it's something like on the sides, like 2 sides, the sum of 2 sides has to be bigger than the other side, and it has to be the same for all of them. And so it could be that. I'm not sure. I didn't go through the second one, the one where it's no triangle, but maybe that's how it is when you figure it out. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that sounds familiar. We're gonna go with that.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay, and then how do you determine if there's 2 triangles, and how do you solve for that? Because I tried solving it just as the same way you did the first one, but it didn't work. The answers are wrong.
Oh wow. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I tried solving with the law of sines and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Plus, having such a difference between 3.7 and 18.4 just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but does the answer key not give you an answer for number 2?
No, I skipped number 2 because I didn't know what it was asking, and there's no answer, so I had no idea.
So you know how in the last week, or not last week, but the last Google Hangout on Air, whatever, there was the 6 equations. It was like 2 forms, and like the last 3 were like r is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared, and then the other one was r squared is equal to x squared plus b squared, and then the last one was tangent of theta is y over x, and then the other one was, I can't remember, it was like r sine theta is equal to x, and then r cosine theta is equal to y, and then there was one last one. Those are the 6 trigonomic ratios, and so that's what that was talking about. I'm pretty sure. Solving those. But I don't got the patience for that.
Let me pull those up.
Nice.
Thanks.
So it's the ones where, wait. There's 6 of them? How many are there? 6?
Yeah.
I see 5.
Oh, awkward.
I see x equals r cosine theta, y equals r sine theta, and then r squared equals x squared plus y squared, and then r equals square root x squared plus y squared, and then tangent theta equals y over x. Am I looking at the wrong things?
That's what I was thinking it was, and I could be wrong. So I'm not sure. I'm also starting to think that the 6 trigonomic ratios are sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent.
See, that's what I thought.
And so
But then with that, I don't exactly know what it's asking.
what they're asking for, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on. Question number 4 sounds pretty easy.
Yeah.
Very self-explanatory. Have you guys looked at the written part of the exam yet?
No, I haven't looked at the exam yet.
No, I haven't either.
I was going to yesterday. For some reason, I thought it opened yesterday, and so I like sat down and I like planned all day to do it, and then I got there and it wouldn't let me in. It's like, shoot, wrong day.
Oops.
So now I have to do it all tomorrow. All right. Well, is there anything else anyone wants to go over or have questions about?
I think it was right by me. The little Carmex thing?
Yes, but well,
Yes. Everyone understand how to graph those in question 5? Any questions there?
are we there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
can.
So the tangent one, I don't really know how to do. I'm just not very familiar with that graph. The sine one, I could probably do.
Yeah, with the tangent one, it's weird because of like, so it starts with a point at 0, 0, and then so it kind of like it goes up, going up to, is it pi over 2, I think? And so it has like this weird thing where it like kind of goes up, cuts at 0, 0, and then goes up like that, and it's got the asymptotes.
Right.
And so it goes like that, and then it keeps repeating, and it like does the same things over and over again. And so then from there, you just kind of have to adjust it accordingly. So with this one, it's like negative, so you have to switch it so it goes down, like it has in the answer key, and then it's shifted over to the right, pi over 3, and then it's raised. And so you just kind of adjust it accordingly.
Gotcha.
And then the domain is, it's like an equation. Like you say, like what x is not equal to, and so like right here, it's like every time the asymptote is there, and so it's negative pi over 6 plus pi k, and so k is like the constant or the variable, I mean. But anyways,
Right. Okay. Sure.
sure, totally, absolutely, we understand.
Yeah, that's perfect sense. And then for number 7, so for that first one, you're just trying to find the degree that it's at, and then you're trying to find the magnitude, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
try to
then-
find the polar coordinates.
Yeah. And so then for the second one, it's just the opposite.
That's the opposite.
And then for the second and third one, what are you trying to do there? Or the third and
I
fourth,
think you
sorry.
just make more complicated than it is. That's it.
Oh, good, good. So like normal math stuff.
It's like normal math stuff using those equations that I was talking about earlier, those 5 equations.
Gotcha.
And then number 8 is just knowing your unit circle. So
Yeah. Okay. Emma, you've been kind of quiet. Do you have questions?
No, I've been working on the quiz.
Oh,
okay, that works.
that works too.
I think
Emma,
I had
do you-
2 and 3 right, but I'm not sure. Do I want to what?
Do you want to be the one that writes it up and turns it in?
The quiz?
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I should probably start over and do it neater though. And let me get a pen so it's darker. Hold on.
Yeah, number 3 at first looked hard, but after I did it, it was pretty easy, assuming that I did it right.
You did the first one already?
Well, I've looked over all of them. Number 3 is the one I was talking, because you said you think you had number 3, right? And
Yeah.
like I had
I
worked
think.
on that one, and if I did it right, then it was really easy. But usually when it's really easy, it's wrong. And so,
Let me see. Number 3. Yeah, we'll see if we have the same answer. I don't know. Because mine is looking a little funky, but I think it's right. I don't know, though.
let's see. Do you see what I did there? Let's gonna make this bigger. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So what I did for number 3 was, so it was x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 y over x squared. And so I changed x squared plus y squared to r squared, because that's what it said, that's what it's equal to, so it's r squared. And then I changed the y over x to tangent of theta. I mean, in here I have tangent of x, but yeah. And then from there, I did it 2 different ways, and I mean, essentially you get the same answer. But so from there, you can take the square root of everything. So then you'd end up with r is equal to 3 tangent of theta. And so that's what I have here. R is equal to 3 tangent theta. And then I figured you could just leave it at that. Or if you wanted to solve for x, which is what I did initially, see what I do. So I divided 9 over, and then I took the square root. So I had the square root of r squared minus 9, or over 9 is equal to tangent of x. And then I had r over 3 is equal to tangent of x. And then I did the arctangent, or whatever you call it, to do x is equal to inverse tangent r over 3. Is that what you got, Emma, or am I wrong? Does that make sense?
Yeah, yours makes sense. I know, I think you're right. I was on the right track, but I don't think I did it right. Because I didn't think about doing the y over x and changing that to tangent. So then I just got rid of the x underneath and I multiplied. So my answer was rx is equal to 3y, but yours sounds better. Because I just multiplied both sides by x to get rid of the x underneath the. But I don't think that's right. I think yours is right.
Yeah, well, that's what I said last week, and we got a bad grade on the quiz, so I feel bad about that.
Because I think that makes more sense with what we're doing.
Right.
Because I looked at that and I was like, it doesn't really look done.
Yeah, but I don't know what they want us to find. Is it the r or the x? I mean, vision, it looks cleaner finding the r, but maybe they want us to find the x. But it doesn't really say. It just says write an equivalent polar equation. So I guess that would be the r, wouldn't it?
I
would think so.
And I think yours is right. Tyler, you agree, right?
Yeah, I didn't really do any of this. I haven't looked at the quiz yet, but it sounds right.
Okay.
All right.
What's frustrating is those questions, like all of them, they're just so vague on what they want us to solve for. I don't get it.
Right? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So, okay, hold on. Let me redo this.
Hold And then I'm not really sure, number one, I did it, but I'm not sure if I did it right. And so I'm kind of skeptical about that one.
I was super lost, so I'm gonna need help with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Yeah. So the way that I interpreted it, and I was pretty sure this is wrong, but just to say that I did it, this is how I interpreted it. So it says that you're going 3 miles per hour west, and so I put it like I drew a little river, and I literally just put straight over 3, and I put it as a vector going 3 miles per hour. And at the end of that, it says, when you reach a certain point, you will encounter water flow with a velocity of 6.2 miles per hour. And so then I put literally a straight up 6.2 as a vector. And then from there, I used that as like a right triangle, and I connected them, and I assumed what they wanted us to find is the magnitude and the angle. And so that's what I found.
Of the resulting vector.
The speed and the direction, yeah. And so I don't know if that's necessarily what they want to find, but that's the only way it made sense in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I just feel like the question's set up weird to be asking for that.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, that's what makes sense. That's what I would think they're asking for.
Yeah. So go ahead and figure it out, and we'll see if our answers match.
Did you have a picture like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
And so we're trying to find this.
That's the way that I interpreted it, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like really struggling with how to. So, okay. Huh. So this is 3. So we have to use tangent, right? No?
Yeah, that's what I used to find the angle. I did tangent of theta is equal to 6.2 over 3, and then I did inverse tangent. And then for the magnitude, I just did Pythagorean theorem.
What did you get for that?
So for the magnitude, I got 6.9 miles per hour.
Okay, perfect.
And then for the angle, I got 64.8 degrees. You guys get close? Something?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, good.
Why does my calculator never work? What did you get as the degree?
64.18.
Why is this happening?
Do you have your calculator set in radians, or is it in degrees? Because if you have it in
Degree.
radians, then that could cause the answer to be wrong.
No, it's in degrees. So my problem is I got negative 61.5. I don't know what's going on.
So walk us through how you're doing it.
So I'm taking the tangent of 6.2 divided by 3. And then I'm taking the inverse tangent of that answer.
So you're not going to initially take the tangent of it, because what it is it's the tangent of theta, the tangent of the angle, is equal to 6.2 over 3. So what would you do is you would just initially go with the inverse tangent of 6.2 over 3 without that first step.
Oh, well,
Taking the
that's
tangent
my
of it.
problem. That's my problem right
Yeah.
there.
Give me 1 second.
Finally, 64 point. What is it having us round to?
I don't think it's that.
Okay. So then we have and then for the side, did you get 6.88?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put 6.9, but yeah, that's the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, then for number 2, I'm really hoping that you got this. Did you get 3y minus 7x is equal to 10.
Yes.
Yay! So I did do that one right.
3.
Assuming that I did it right as well.
Wait. How did we do that? Talk me through that.
Go on then.
Okay. So we know that x plus y is equal to r.
Okay.
So I'm struggling here. Okay, so then we know that the sine of theta is y and the cosine of theta is x. So then I just multiplied that to the other side and got 3y minus 7x is equal to 10.
Will you show me the work? You have it written down.
Yeah, hold on. Not neatly and not in like a good spot. Hold on.
Yeah, Tyler, this is like the other one we did the other night where the 3 just disappeared. Remember that one?
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was nervous about this one, because the one we did the other night was just so different from what whatever happened to that 3.
Okay, the only thing that I'm not going to be able to explain to you is why the r disappears. I just know it disappeared.
Alright. Do you want me to explain that to you?
Okay, yeah. Now explain to me why the R disappears.
Alright, so how it is Emma, you were really close with how sine of theta is equal to x and cosine of theta is equal to y, or however it works out. The thing is, the difference is it's r sine theta is equal to x and r cosine theta is equal to y. And so when you multiply over the 3 sine theta minus 7 cosine theta, you multiply that over, and so you'll end up with 3r sine theta minus 7r cosine theta is equal to 10, and then you can change out for the r sine theta and the r cosine theta for x and y,
Oh,
and that's how you get 3x minus 7y is equal to 10. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you had it all right, just that one part, but it's the
Should I
r
write
sine.
that better when I put it on the quiz so she's not like,
probably.
A little bit.
she's like, oh, she just thinks this disappears. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, 4, I didn't get the chance to look at.
Okay. Number 4, I'm not sure. I was just, I was thinking what we would do is just the two other. Who's that? Guy just walked over my cord. Whatever. Anyway, so what I was thinking is you just take 4 comma, and then you can like subtract 2 pi and then add 2 pi to get the other two. I'm not sure if that's what they want. So it'd be like the other two polar coordinates would be 4 comma negative pi over 3 and 4 comma, what would it be? Add 2 to that. 12, 6, 10 pi over 3. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because those are 2 other polar coordinates that are located in the same place. I don't know what else they would be talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's just one of those that it just seems so easy that it's just like, is that really what they're talking about?
Right.
Or do I just not understand it all?
I mean, I don't know what else it would be referring to.
Right. Because like I thought about doing like the component pair, ordered pair, but it says like right there, like polar coordinates. So.
Yeah.
So the only thing I missed what you said because I was.
Is it
that when it gives you polar coordinates, the one in the x spot is the r, and the one in the y spot is theta. So the y is the angle between the vector and it's the angle.
Right. I guess that's also true. That's
so
the other thing I was thinking. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
So the angle is wherever 4 pi over 3 is.
Right, but in this case, it's referring to the radians, I think, since it's in that form. So it's 4 pi over 3 radians.
Right. So what she's saying is another way you can write it is 4 comma and then put the angle number. I mean, not with the degrees, and put in degrees. That's what I was thinking of, and I forgot about that. But yeah. So my guess is that the two answers would be 4 comma negative pi over 3, and then whatever. Actually, I might have it written down here. Did I figure that out? No. No, I haven't figured it out.
Yeah, so it would just be
Well, anyway.
4 comma negative 2 pi over 3, and then 4 comma 10 pi over 3, right?
Well, I was going to say, instead of putting 10 pi over 3, put it how it would be in degrees. Kind of like what Emma was saying.
Oh. That'd be what?
So I got 240. So 4 comma 240 degrees. And you have to like make sure that the degrees are there.
How'd you get 240?
So to change from radians to degrees, you multiply it by 180 over pi.
Uh-huh.
Or is it 360 over pi?
No, it's 180 over pi.
Yeah. And so I took
Wouldn't it then be 10 times 180 over 3?
I put 4 times 180 over 3.
Oh, okay. You didn't. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. X, and then gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, which I mean, it's the same answer. You just taking in
Yeah.
extra stuff.
Right.
This mall has really good music playing. Sorry, quick question. So for the other one, would it be negative 2 pi over 3 instead of negative pi over 3? I think I messed that up.
Yeah, it'd be negative 2 pi.
Okay.
Question for number 1.
Okay.
Your resultant speed is the 6.88, right? And the direction is the 64.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure so I didn't write it wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Was there any other issues you wanted to cover? Or Emma's just finishing the writing. Thanks for that, by the way.
Oh yeah, no problem. The only one. Hold on. For number 4, do I just write 4 comma negative 2 pi over 3, and then for the second one do 4 comma 240?
And then you have to graph it.
Oh, you have to
It's the graph
graph
is-
it?
It's roughly going to look like that.
Hold on. Whoa. What the freak?
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Can you, like, send me a picture of that?
Yeah. I mean, all it is so you have the normal cross, and then you have one circle is like the one spot, 2 circle, 3 circle, 4 circle, because it's a 4. And then you just draw like a little thing that puts it in its place right there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense,
Gotcha.
I think.
So instead of doing the tick marks like 1, 2, 3, 4 across, you do the circles because it's polar.
Gotcha.
But if you want, I can take a picture of it for you.
I would still appreciate that.
Okay.
Did you send? Oh, you just sent it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Are they all? Okay. Okay. I have it done, so we are good to go, and then I can take a picture of this and turn it in.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Well, good luck on the exam, guys.
Yeah, you guys
You
too.
too.
See you next week.
Yeah.
All right, bye.